The blood, the death, the chaos.
Hail to the king, baby.
How's it going, everyone? I haven't talked about Mortal Kombat much on the channel, kind of like how I haven't talked about 3D platformers that much on the channel. But I kind of changed that with 3D platformers, and I would like to change that with Mortal Kombat and fighting games. Because Mortal Kombat has always been an extremely important video game for me, and my all-time favorite fighting game. I have a tattoo of Mortal Kombat, my dad has a tattoo of Mortal Kombat, and it's been a game that me and him always bonded over. Today I want to talk about Mortal Kombat 1 and some of my impressions. It is easily the best looking Mortal Kombat game ever made. The story is insanely cinematic and almost like you're playing an actual movie. The overall quality of writing, cinematics, gameplay, and just overall polish and quality from MK11 to MK1 is an insane jump. In the gameplay in MK11, you still had the environmental interactivity of grabbing objects and so on. You also had somewhat slow gameplay with smaller maps or smaller areas, whatever you want to call them. Whereas MKX had a little bit longer maps, right? And so MK1 is somewhere in the middle, but as far as gameplay, it is so much faster. It's so much easier to close that distance really quickly. It's so easy to put together combos. It's probably one of the easiest to pick up and start doing combos and special moves and so on out of all the Mortal Kombat games. But it's a hard one to master. But when you can figure it out, you can do some crazy cool things with it. Unlike MKX and MK11, the main feature that I disliked in those games was the variation system or the class system. I liked how in MK11 you could make your own, but I always hated it because you only had a very select few special abilities, unlike prior games to MKX, MK9, and further back. In MK1, it's like that again, so you get everything all the time. You know what I mean? You get all of your special abilities, you get all your combos, you get everything. You have all of it by default. You don't have to go and play these different classes. You don't have to sacrifice this thing or this thing or this thing. You have it all. And that makes things so much more fun and definitely makes it easier for people picking up and playing, especially people who don't try to learn all those things and they just start pressing buttons. When you have everything unlocked, it allows you to mess up and accidentally do cool things, which makes you feel like you're getting better even if you're not. It's kind of like how the 3D platformer Clive and Wrench has all the abilities and stuff unlocked by default, and you can 100% every single level the first time through. It's that same thing. It's like giving you every single mechanic at the start without having to sacrifice anything else or having to come back and do it all over again. I haven't played much of the Invasions mode, but it does look like a lot of fun. It looks like it's going to be linked to seasons and some seasonal content. You unlock a lot of stuff in the main story mode, and you apparently unlock a good bit of stuff in Invasions, but you don't really have to grind hardcore, it doesn't seem like, to unlock stuff. So overall, I think it's pretty easily improved from MK11 in that area. It does seem like it has a shop just like MK11 had, their own like microtransaction currency and stuff like that. Seems to all be very cosmetic related stuff. I don't mind it because I don't really use it. I don't care about it, so it's not a big deal for me. Not something I really care about, so it is what it is. All the characters returning, Havoc, Reptile, Baraka, everybody, new characters, old characters, they all feel really good. They're all really cool. They're all very viable. I hate that Ermac and Quan Chi and Shang Tsung are technically DLC characters. Shang Tsung you can only get if you pre-order. Quan Chi and Ermac are also there. Sorry for the spoilers. The issue is that they are there, but they're DLC that who knows when they're going to come out and be released, but you get to fight them. They have moves, they have fatalities, they have everything. So it's just one of those weird little things that I'm not a big fan of. But either way, I still bought the premium edition. I'm still getting all the DLC. I love Mortal Kombat. I will buy Mortal Kombat even if they all suck, which I've never played a bad one. I played some that are definitely worse than others, but I've never played a bad one. But I'll always buy them because they mean a lot to me. So yeah, there's a little bit of a bias there, right? But so far, it's been a solid experience. The Versus is good. They have a lot of training and stuff for you to learn abilities. A whole tutorial thing that you can play that's optional. So far, story is amazing. It doesn't seem to be super long because they gave me an achievement for being about halfway through the game, and I was probably 2 or 3 hours in, so it's probably around 6 hours, maybe 5 hours, something like that, depending on how well you do, what difficulty you play on, and so on. And I just think overall that MK1 is one of my favorite games of the year alongside Dead Island 2. I think you should check it out. I might have a full review or maybe just a big video around a lot of the Mortal Kombat games at some point. So this is just a little bit of a taste of Mortal Kombat stuff. Hopefully I'll have something more in the future. So I hope you enjoyed the video and have a good day. Thank you very much. Hey, so this is me during editing this. During that period of time, I actually did finish the game. It is around 5 or 6 hours. It's fantastic. The story is great in my opinion. It has some issues near the end, but it's really good. Also, I'd like to say that the invasions mode is a lot of fun. You do have to have internet connection to play it. Don't know if that'll be much of an issue. You unlock a lot of stuff there. Tons of fun. Online matches are great. Customization is great. Local is great. Overall, an absolutely fantastic game. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's definitely up there as one of my favorite fighting games now, and one of my favorite Mortal Kombat games. Combat is insanely smooth, super fun, easy to learn combos. It's a blast. Thank you very much. See you later.
Come get some!
I love kicking Legion ass.
Welcome to the main